Happy Mask Monday. Today we are going to try out these new eye masks that I got from the Goldie Box. If you watched that video, you seen I got some reusable under eye patches, Relax, Refresh, Rejuvenate, and it was by Studio O. Yeah, I had to tear it apart to get the box open. It came in one of these little tin cans, and then it has sleeves in there that I can put the sticky side on. Now I have this on right now, Retinol Eye Cream with squalene and ceramides, and I've already had this on for a good 20 minutes because by the time I got ready to do my video, there was just too many things I had to do. Do you get like that where you're trying to get something done and you just can't do it? Well, that's what happened to me today. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put on the hydrating serum. So the first one I used was, I forgot to even tell you what I used, was the Retinol Eye Cream with squalene ceramides. I guess I did tell you that. See, look at me. I'm all frazzled and bazzled and bleh. But we're still going to get on with this Mask Monday, and I'm going to take these off and I'm going to add the hydrating serum with hyaluronic acid so I can have both. If I can figure out how to, you got to twist it. Yeah, if I can figure it out. So I'm going to take these off because that has already dried. And I will say I used also some Clinique caffeine serum underneath there with that. And now I'm going to put on this hyaluronic serum with First Aid Beauty. I think that's what I forgot to tell you was the brand is First Aid Beauty. So now I'm going to, as we continue on and I'm able to sit down and relax with you guys, I'm going to put these masks back on with the hyaluronic acid and, get a little bit more plumping going on there. And I just might go ahead and add that a little bit. Whoops, looky there. I thought I knocked it off, but I didn't. But anyway, we're going to add this one. I think I'm topsy-turvy today, guys. Have y'all watched the Dollar Tree train? It went out yesterday. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. We all found so many different things. And we even had the Dollarama, or Rama. In Texas, we always say things kind of different in the South. I think I call it Dollarama, and everybody else called it Dollarama. So I don't know the correct pronunciation, but we all got to see the Dollarama or Rama, and that was from Canada with the Loving Klutzes. And again, these are the two serums by First Aid Beauty that's good for sensitive skin. And if I'm going to put something against my eyes, I want to make sure that it's not going to hurt them or inflame them. And so we're going with that hydration now while we continue Mask Monday. And I hope you all had a great weekend. We had some terrible storms Friday and Saturday. Got over 8.5 inches in about 2 or 3 hours. Power went out, I think it was Friday night for a little bit. And we woke up to, floods. People were having to be rescued by mattresses. I mean, like one house got so flooded, the only way out was they had to put a mattress out. And this was in Wills Point. Never has happened before on Pecan Avenue. And the family of 4 had to get out on that raft that they made. The fire department had gotten there and they put ropes, tied it together so that it wouldn't float off. And their pets, I think it had a cat and a dog, all got on the raft with the kids and, of course, the parents, and they got to safety. So that was wild. So that was like a very big flash flood. They said that storm just hovered over Wills Point. And it stalled, and it was heavy, heavy rain and hail. Oh my goodness, the hail. The hail was dime size, pea size, quarter size for up to 45 minutes. It was 25 minutes straight. And then it would kind of like just be downpour and then a couple of little pellets here and there. And then it would start pelleting a lot of hail again. then it would kind of ease off a little bit with the hailing and maybe had one or two, but it was so loud and went on for so long. I have lived here most of my life. I did live in Missouri for 13 years, in Corpus Christi for 8 years. So, I mean, you're talking about 20 years that I haven't been here, but I have never experienced that in Wills Point ever. I don't think anyone ever had a flood on Pecan Avenue, so that was extraordinary. Anyways, we all survived it, and then we had more torrential rains yesterday. But for us, we're the highest level. We're on the highest peak of Van Zandt County. So we really don't, we won't get flooded, but we do get flooded, like where some of the pockets of the land dip, then it might be holding a lot of water. And down our driveway, when it's flooding, because we're on a hill, it flows down and then goes down some more. So some of the highways that never get flooded were flooded. Anyways, everybody's okay. There were no serious injuries and everyone got rescued. And yes, I got sidetracked back to the Dollar Tree train. It was great. And we had the Loving Klutzes from Canada. That's Lori. And it was just so fun to see what they have. Now, their dollar ratio, like $1.50 for a Canadian dollar, is $2.05. So their prices are higher. So their minimum is probably going to be around $2, their Canadian dollars. And, the highest, I don't know, could have went up to 6 or 7. I don't know. But just remember, their ratio to the U.S. dollar is different. And anyways, it was great. I loved what everybody got. It was just a fun collab, and we had 15 in the collaboration. And if you haven't seen it, be sure and go check it out. There is a playlist, and now everyone's on the playlist. We did have a little bit of a problem, in the beginning because, and that was probably my fault. I'll take it as my bad because I didn't reach out individually to Lori and Trisha to let them know to send their video link to Tracy. I said it in our large, chat, to be sure and send your links to Tracy, but they might not have known what I meant by that, and I apologize if I caused any confusion for you guys. We loved having Trish on. Trisha is Trisha's House, and the Loving Klutzes, both of them were brand new to the Dollar Tree train, and we had so much fun having them on board. So be sure and go check them out, and if you don't know them, be sure and subscribe. Of course, in the Dollar Tree train, if you want to win one of the prizes, 15 prizes will be given out. You must be publicly subscribed and comment on every channel. And if you don't know how to be publicly subscribed, on Mary Catherine's channel, she has, or maybe even on her link in her video, she'll have how to be publicly subscribed. Sometimes I have it, but I'm not as consistent as she is. And so she does have that, I believe, so you could check that out there. If I remember, I'll try to tag it on this video, but I don't know if I'll remember or not, so forgive me if I don't. But anyways, we've got another pack Monday. I've got an I won, so can you? That's right, another giveaway. And I won a package from Hanging Out with Kim, and it's right here, and we're going to go through that. And I have some friend mail from Plush Bat Fan, more postcards, and the Beauty Inside Out. Now, guys, I do this because me and a few others love this devotional. And if you don't want to be a part of it, that is fine. I invite you to stay all the way through because this devotional with Bessie Hicks has been phenomenal. And if you want to stay through it, we are going to be doing tip number 1 on lashes. That's what we're going to be doing. And so it's a whole another little section that we'll be working on today. But that will be toward the end, and I'll let you know so that if you want to cut away and it's not something you're interested in, you can move along. But I will have a giveaway, because I won So Can You from Kim, and we'll go through that in just a little bit. And I do want to start off with my cards from Plush Bat Fan. Back the truck up. Last Monday, I got a card from TEA, Teresa, which is Tea Time Adventures. And I told y'all that she had a channel, but what I did not do was shout her out properly. And I did not, when I went back and watched it, I noticed that I did not say go over and check her out. So please, please go over and check out Tea Time Adventures. That's Teresa. And she sent me a holiday card. And I appreciate you so much, Teresa. And I'm so sorry that that happened. My brain, I guess, is just starting to not function the way it used to. But I did remember, and I seen that, and I thought I'm going to mention it today. She does Temu hauls. She does beauty hauls. She gets beauty unboxings that she does. I don't know always the specific ones that she does. And she also does collaborations with a couple of different people, like Mass Monday collaborations, and she does Temu collaborations, and she does other collaborations. She's a hoot. She's fun. Go see her. I love her. She's been a great supporter, not only to my channel, but to many others. So, T, accept my personal apology for overlooking the shout out, because you're well deserved to have it. Now, the next shout out is Plush Bat Fan. And he has a channel with Hello Kitties, and look at that little kitty. Healthy, nourishing food gives me energy and keeps me in balance. And that is so true. And I love that card. That is such a cute little kitty. And then it looks like our mocha. We have kind of like a light orange male cat. That's my granddaughter's, and his name's Mocha. And then we have I welcome abundance into my life. And he doesn't have any other messaging on there, but he does have Hello Kitty on his channel. So be sure and go check him out. Let him know Miss Jackie Russell sent you. And when you pop over to Tea Time Adventure, be sure and let her know Miss Jackie Russell sent you if she's new to you. I appreciate the friend mail, Plush Bat Fan, and I love the cards that you send. Thank you again. Now we're going to get into this I won, so can you. And then she's got a note on here. Sorry, I forgot the card. Well, she mailed me a card. Kim, you didn't have to do that. She mailed a card, so we had some friend mail before we open up what I won. This was on I think a Mass Monday with Wendy Jean, unboxing with Wendy Jean, and Kim, hanging out with Kim. Anyone I mention, I'll put their links down in my description. And this is Kim's rose. Look at that. She draws that beautiful rose on all her cards. She goes, hey Vicki, and that's my name. Miss Jackie Russell's my channel. I forgot to put a card in with your giveaway win. So here you go. Feel free to pass along anything that you don't want. Love, Kim. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that card. And like I said, did I show y'all the front of it? It's a pretty daisy with glitter on there. And on the back, it says Tokyo Milk, Objects of Desire. So I guess that's an ostrich running across there. But anyways, thank you, Kim. And I'm going to look in here and see what I got. I may have to cut it open. I mean, when they do priority mail, they really do priority mail as far as that seal is on there pretty good. Okay, yeah, I don't want to tear anything. I see some things of interest here, and I see some pink things. Looky there, pink, pink, pink. And I will tell you, my giveaway is going to be a mystery. Look at that, isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, Cupid's Sweetheart Cafe. That is so adorable. Oh my goodness, I love that, Kim. I love the pinks. And I just love all the little goodies. It's all around my big old cup of hot cocoa with marshmallows. Oh, that is so cool. Thank you. Uh-oh. And we've got a mitt to match. That is so cute. And it all says Cupid's Sweetheart Cafe. That is so cute. I love the pink. Thank you, thank you. And then we have, oh, a gnome. We have us a little pink gnome with a blue hat on, decorative gnome. And you know, I know it's pink, and I could probably even use this for Easter decoration. So, hey, That's great, but I think it could also be for Valentine's too. Very cute. Thank you. Now she sent me some lip oil, and this is by Ione, and it is a sweet almond oil, vitamin E, hydrating, rich formula, non-greasy. So very nice. I love that. That ought to be really nice. Almond oil is really good for you. We have some Japan. It's called the Ritual of Japan. And this is Wonder, the World Bath Tradition Refreshing Hand Cream. Let's see if it's sealed. It is. Oh, I can smell it underneath there. It kind of smells like jasmine. I can't see that it has any specific scent. It's not telling me. Maybe the Ritual of Japan is the scent. But it smells good. I like that. All right. Thank you, Kim. That's great. We still got a couple more things in here. Aw, we got a very cute. He's a bear and he's very cute. And this is a Hydrate Lip Balm. Oh, cool. So we have a balm inside there. That is really cute. Thank you, Kim. And we have some red. It's topless nails. Wow, now that's some really red. And I guess, is that the color, topless red? It says Kindle nail polish. It's topless. So I wonder if that means it says one-step gel manicure. So maybe you just do this one thing and you don't even have to do anything else. That's pretty cool. Like that. And then the last thing in here, is a collagen mask. And I think her and Wendy did have, like, one might have used chocolate and one might have used the other. But it's 2 masks. And you can choose which one you want, the collagen infused, chocolate scented, or the hyaluronic acid infused facial mask. So that's what I won from Kim. That's fabulous. Thank you, Kim. I love it all. And it's so much fun to win. And because I won and took a prize away from somebody, I am going to have an I won, so can you. And my code word is going to be very cute. Let's go with very cute, and that is the code word if you want to be in this giveaway. It will be a mystery of lifestyle, skincare, and beauty, a little mix. I'll send a package out. It'll be open for 2 weeks. It'll close on Saturday the 21st or Sunday the 22nd and of March, and then I will announce on that following Mask Monday. So that's about when the Dollar Tree train is going to be ending, and you will have 2 prizes given out during that time, and I'll announce it on March 22nd for the Dollar Tree train and for my I Won, so can you with Kim. And very cute is the code. YouTube and or anything I've shown here are not affiliated with this giveaway. You must have an address in the continental USA. You must be publicly subscribed to both me and Kim, Hanging Out with Kim, and Miss Jackie Russell, and use that code word and you'll be eligible with an address in the continental USA, and I'll get it mailed right out to you. All right, guys, now let's get on with the Betty Hicks. Now, if you want to move along here, you can. I want to say welcome. I want to say, if you're new here, if you haven't subscribed, I want to ask that you subscribe and hit the like button, guys. I really need some likes. Please hit the like button first thing when you come on, actually. That way you won't forget. And if you're still here, I just want to say that I love each and every one of you. I thank you all for your prayers. My husband and I have had a better week last week, and I'm praying for another good week. So thank you so much for your prayers. I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you all so much. And now we're going to go on to Read Me When. And let's pull one out of here. This is a jar that I got from Just Janet for Christmas last year, and I never did get to going through this. And I have picked up an orange, which means anxious. So if you're anxious out there, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6, and that is a good Proverbs. And if you ever really want to, wisdom, boy, if you want some wisdom, just read the Proverbs. You can get a whole bunch of wisdom from the Lord from the Proverbs. All right, now on to Beauty Inside Out. And thank you all who stay with me and go through this study. I know we've all been enjoying it, and I appreciate y'all so much. I think right now I'm going to take off these eye masks and see how they've been doing, because we've had them on for about 20 minutes, and they are going to be reusable, so I can put them back in my little case here. And like I said, I have my little, I guess plastic here is what it is, cellophane, that I can put these back on, and then they can stay there until I need them again. And that actually worked out really good. I really like that. What do you think? I think they worked out great. So you let me know what you think, and we're going to get right on to this. And yeah, it looks really good. Now, I have been using my mask from Solawave, and I have been using some new skincare for my face for the last month. And I think it's looking really good, and I'm going to tell you all about it. And anyways, not today, on another video. But if you've been wondering, if you think it looks really bright and whatever, plumpy like, then I'm going to have to share what all I've been using. But today we're going to be talking about day 9 with lashes. Betty Lovell is helping Bessie Hicks out, and she said, "He has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement for our peace, and upon him and by his stripes we are healed." Isaiah 53:4-5. And it says, "What do the words full and finished bring to mind when related to makeup?" Well, I guess if I'm thinking about lashes, I'm thinking I want some full eyelashes. Eyelashes, of course. We all want full finished lashes. You know, the kind in the mascara commercials. The model bats her eyes, and it appears as if her lashes are resting on her cheeks. Lashes are usually the last touch when applying makeup. That's probably true. I never thought about it. Okay. Whatever brand of mascara we are using, it's always fullness that we are looking for to finish our look. As we move along in our study in the Word, I would like to look at one of the magnificent things our Savior desires for us to have. Just as a good father wants only the best for his children, our Heavenly Father only wants the best for us. He has given us the ability to walk in the fullness of life. Jesus died for us. He desires us to receive all he has accomplished by his finished work on Calvary. Beauty Insider Tip 1. There's a purpose for lashes. Everything God created has a purpose. As beautiful as your lashes are, they aren't there just to emphasize your eyes and make you look better, although that is an added bonus. They are actually very sensitive and meant for your protection. When you blink, they bat away anything that may be harmful to your eyes, like dust or debris. Oh my goodness. And have you had like a bug or something be flying close to you, and you start batting your eyes so that you can make sure that that bug or maybe flying debris, like she said, doesn't get in your eyes? Just as our eyelashes serve a purpose, so did the lashes our Savior bore. After Pilate ordered for Jesus to be scourged, beaten, or lashed, he delivered him to be crucified. Matthew 27:26. The scourging created lashes or stripes on his back. Why would he subject himself to such pain? The answer is simple. It was for all of us. The purpose of scourging was for our health and our healing. His desire is for his children to walk in divine health here on earth. If it were not so, he could have skipped over the lashing and gone straight to crucifixion. And that's probably a good thought to think about. I don't know that I've ever thought about it just like that. Even though we have lashes to protect our eyes, every once in a while something that doesn't belong tends to get in, which can be irritating to say the least, and sometimes painful. Oh yeah, I've had that happen. Our first reaction is to rub it or have someone blow it into our eyes. Sometimes we are even willing to put our fingers in our eyes to remove it. In other words, we try everything we can to handle the problem ourselves. Did you know the best thing to do is allow your eyes to tear up? The water tears will form, washing it out and cleaning away the particles that have made their way through your lashes. The same principle applies in the spirit. Isn't this deep? Psalms 107:20 tells us that he sent his word and healed them. The Gospel of John declares that Jesus was the Word made flesh. And Paul encouraged husbands to love their wives, just as Christ also loved the church, that he might sanctify and cleanse her, and the washing of the water by the word. Ephesians 5:26. One of the definitions of the word cleanse is to disinfect. Washing in the water of the word will disinfect and take away infection or anything else that causes sickness, bringing healing and health to our flesh. So that's interesting, and it's hard to understand, I think. I don't know, what do you all think? I mean, I know what the lashes do, and I know that they bat, like to get stuff out, and to, if they're kind of dry or something, you can kind of bat them up and they, get a little bit better. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. So y'all let me know down in the comments, does the part of healing, the healing part of Jesus, we know he heals our spirit. We know that he gives us eternal life when we believe. But do we trust and know that he gives us health? For by his stripes we are healed. And do you have problems with that? Sometimes I do, because I'm thinking it's more spiritual, not fleshly, or not my flesh. But I pray for healing, and I think that's why we all pray for healing, because we know that he is the healer, and we know that he heals the flesh as well as the spirit. But it's still hard to walk, I guess, in that kind of faith where you are completely healthy and no problems going around your body, just like when he healed people. They just got up, arose, and walked away, even if they couldn't have walked since birth or blind since birth. So I don't know. I call those miracles, and I know that miracles do happen. But you let me know what you think. And next week, we'll talk about beauty insider tip 2. He wants you to have fullness. And that will be next week's tip of lashes. And like I said, I really enjoy her studies. And I appreciate all of y'all being here today and tagging along with this. And don't forget the I won, so can you. Because I will put together some great little goodies for one lucky person. And just use the code word that we talked about. And I will announce the winner on March 22nd. So be sure and mark your calendars. But as for today and this Mass Monday, and I want to wish you all a great week. And I hope you didn't have too much of a bad storm. And please pray for all the people that have been in the storms. I probably should mention that ahead of time, but, there was some fatalities in some other states. A mother and daughter in Oklahoma, they were on the highway, and I guess that tornado just lifted it up and just tore it to shreds. I really don't know. Or maybe it didn't tear it, but it just, tumbled over and over and over. But anyway, they did not survive. So pray for that family and all other families that lost, family members. And just pray for protection, because we're going to be going through more, spring storms. This is just the beginning. And we all need that cover of protection from the Lord. Thank the Lord. And we do. We thank Him every day. But as for today, that's all I have for this Mass Monday. And as usual, I wish you all a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.